Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Tactics Ogre Reborn walkthrough. Making our way through the Palace of the Dead. Next up is level 53. Level 53 has a special battle here, so randomly you'll see the special battle. I'll just enter in here, we'll see which one we get, but I kind of would like to get footage here of this special battle. This is not it. So what I'm going to do here is I'll just do some resets until I see it, and then I'll get some footage of it, and then I'll discuss the normal battle. All right, so I found the special battle. This is the enemy here. This is a level 60 though. There's obviously no way I'm going to do this. I did see this as a item that I've never seen before. The Rosenzi shield. Oh, Rosenzi shield. So that's kind of interesting. Look at this, an archer with speed star. Death proof, double shot. Yeah, this thing looks nasty. Worm scale armor. A lot of worm scales type stuff. Some blood hunters. Ooh, Yggdrasil gnarl. That sounds fun. Hellhound claws. I don't know if this stuff is like. I'm assuming it'll be available at some point. I guess it's just got a short bow. All right. Well, anyways, that's the. Oh, this thing is a mace. It looked like a sword for what reason. Anyways, yeah, that's the special battle. So again, I'm not going to actually do that. That'll be much later on in the game that I played around with that. But all right, so we'll just retreat here, and then we'll come take a look at the normal level 53. Let's see if this showed up though. Yeah. All right, so this is the normal 53. All right, so a couple of things to talk about. First of all, Ring of the Dead starts to drop here from a Death Eater. Are these Death Eaters? Oh, that's a gladiator. What's a Death Eater? Probably one of these? Nope, anybody. Well, Death Eater is at, let's see, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's one spot. And then 9, 6. Let's see what this is. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so that's the two spots that with the Death Eaters. I am gonna retreat until I see those. I'm probably going to farm here as well because Sage Staffs drop here and they are really good. Unfortunately, it's a two-handed staff, so I think I'll probably only yeah, here they are. These are the Death Eaters. I like that name too. Death Eater. What is that from? Death Eater. What are the... Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Death Dealer from the Underworld series. Anyways, Cannibal at 11, 9, and 7, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What did I say? 11, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it'd be somebody right next to the statue. It's not there though. Obviously this time. And then another one, so that's the first one. And then the second spawn is at 7, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, not here. So it'd be here and like right here, I think. And that should be, what are these? They're called cannibals. That must be, is that these guys? Yeah, it's some version of a Valkyrie or Rune Fencer, right? And then yeah, this one up here, of course, the one that showed up is the Crystallis Ore, which is garbage. A Griffin at 412, I don't know, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, I don't know, somewhere around here, I guess, right? It's a Griffin with a Gurza's Atabak? I don't know. I have no idea what that is, but it only is dropping at 10%. That's not worth it. And then the Phoenix at 7-4. That must be this guy. 7, 2, 3, yeah, 4. This guy here. So dropping all kinds of different stuff. So a Sage Staff 40% of the time, Supple Whip 20%, Shield of the Winds 30%. But really what you're looking for here is the Ring of the Dead and the Sage Staffs. So Phoenix, sure, go ahead, but you really want to be seeing the two cannibals as well. Shield of the Winds drops more frequently in the next battle. That's really the next battle is huge too. It's got cursed blowguns as well, so a lot of stuff that we're going to be farming in the next battle as well. But again, I'm going to be focusing here on the Sage Staffs. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave, and I'm actually going to reset until I see the most optimal. Whoops, I'm looking at the wrong thing again. Most optimal is going to be the two cannibals that drop the Sage Staffs and the Phoenix, and then probably like one Death Eater. I think the Ring of the Dead is unique, meaning that it doesn't really pay you to, or it doesn't really pay to farm, multiples. So yeah, here, this is one of the one of the cannibals. But yeah, and then here's the Griffin that I was talking about earlier too. So this isn't too bad, right? But I really want to see both of the cannibals at the same time, as well as the Phoenix. So I really I would try to pull 3 Sage Staffs out of here, at a time. Again, the 2 cannibals. I really would like to show both of the cannibals and the Phoenix all together, right? Because again, I think that's the best setup, and then maybe even one of the Death Eaters as well, just for the Ring of the Dead. But so there's the cannibal there. This is the other one, isn't it? Yeah, cannibal here. So this looks like this is it. Yeah, okay. This has all of the monsters that I would like to see. Let's just make sure though that this is the right cannibal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's that one there. This one here. One of the Death Eaters. So again, either this one here. There's what is it like that spot? And then you want to see the Phoenix as well. So that's my recommendation anyway. Also, this one is a no chariot. So after I'm done farming, then I'll try to get that. Right? But as of right now, I'm just going to do my farming. So I'll do that stuff off camera, and then once I'm ready to actually continue on, I will finish this battle fully. Alright, so I wanted to cut in some footage here of kind of like the end, really actually, of my farming session here. So I basically was looking for a Ring of the Dead, so this is one of the Death Eaters that spawns here. I finally got one to drop. I need to go here. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this felt like it took a weirdly long time. Also, one of the things that I guess maybe I just didn't realize that what is this thing? Phoenix? Yes, Phoenix. Actually starts out as like a neutral unit, and if you don't touch it, it'll just fly around and leave you alone, which is actually pretty solid because this thing can be pretty nasty. It's a level 55, which I didn't notice when I had initially come in, so you got to be really careful with this guy. He hits really hard. He does, unfortunately, though, have a lot of good drops, and the last time I killed him, he dropped 2 different items. I think he dropped the Sage Staff and the Shield of the Winds at the same time. So if you can get set up well, then I think it's worth killing him. But he also is crazy fast, and all of those, yeah, there's the Ring of the Dead. All of those items that he's got are, I mean, they're pretty good, but there's other ways to get them, and especially like the Sage Staff at 40%. I mean, we can get that from easier to kill enemies in here anyway, and yeah, I guess I just wanted to point that out, but maybe I'll kill him at the end of this and we'll just show, or I'll just show his drop. Okay, so as promised, I'm going to cut in some footage here of this kill shot on the Phoenix. This thing absolutely explodes with loot this time. And yeah, I'm just gonna grab this stuff and get on out of here. So there it is. Sage Staff, Shield of the Winds, and a Gurza's Adabak. So the only other thing that this could have dropped was a Supple Whip as well at 20%, but that's the 40% drop, the 30%, and the 10 all in one. So I felt like that was a pretty good haul. And at this point, I think I'm actually going to retreat from here, and I'll head back in, and I'll do this battle one last time. I'll do the full thing. Okay, so just getting ready to move on here, but I did want to point out a couple of things in order to kind of like be set up in what I would say is a kind of an optimal way for kind of moving on here. Keeping in mind that this is going to be a no chariot, so what we want to do is just kind of set this up so that the monsters that have the highest percentage chance of dropping things are appearing. One of them here is at let's see here, 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3, 4. This is a gladiator. This guy's going to drop the bead-bound blade at 30%. This other gladiator is at 5, 3, and this is going to drop the shield of the winds at 30%. So those two, very important to grab. It seems to me the Phoenix is always here, so you don't have to worry about him. The next up, though, is this cannibal. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This must be 7, 10, and that's the Sage Staff. And then there is another one here. Let's see, another, Cannibal at, this must be 11, 9. Let's just check this. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. So I've already grabbed, the Ring of the Dead, and that's from the two like wizards that spawn kind of in these two spots. But since they're unique, there's no reason to try to grab more of them. I actually I grabbed the one. I haven't actually made any of my characters into liches. I don't know who or if I'm ever going to bother doing that. Liches are certainly interesting, but I've already got 1 or 2. That I've recruited up to this point. So I just don't know. It would be good if you wanted to make one of your unique characters a lich. Maybe even Denim, that would make sense. But I think what I'm going to do is, and I may do that later. But I don't really like lich growth that much, so I'm not going to make anybody a lich that isn't one already for the time being. Again, I may go into that later. The thing with the Lich, and the Lich doesn't have bad growth, it's actually got really, really good growth for a caster. I think actually it may have the best intelligence gain in the game. Let me see here, Lich. Where is intelligence? Yeah, 3.65. That's the best intelligence growth, of any unit or any class in the entire game, and actually really good mind growth to back it up. Good magic growth, not as good as a necromancer, but really good, and actually not quite as good as a warlock or witch, but still really good. But also really, really bad HP growth. So, and they might have the worst HP growth in the game. So we are really trading, greater intelligence gains for quite a bit less in terms of HP. But again, I think what I'll do is probably later on, maybe I will make a lich, but probably after I've kind of leveled them already, and I may even wait until max level, which I actually don't even know. Is it 50 in this game? I'm not even sure yet. I don't know that I've necessarily got to, even in my first pass through. I think I probably did, but I'm not sure if it even gets a little bit higher if you keep progressing through the game. But anyways, long story short, I'm not going to be making any liches for the time being. And who knows, we'll keep an eye on that, and maybe that'll change later. But as of right now, let's go. We're at a pretty big disadvantage in terms of bows, or at least I guess the bows that right, yeah, I guess bows, not using a crossbow. Crossbow would have a little better time with this level, but I also don't really like crossbows that much. Also, man, I gotta point out. So I messed up really, really bad when I was farming this specific level a couple of nights ago. I think what happened was, or what must have happened, was that one of my units got taken out by, and probably the Phoenix, and I just didn't even notice. And then I killed it off and then retreated, which meant that I ended up getting an incapacitation on my Warren report. And I don't want to do that. I want to go no incapacitations. So unfortunately, I had to reload my game, and sadly, it was way back in like level 17 or something like that of Palace of the Dead. So I lost a significant amount of time because of that. So to be honest though, so that specific level, it was funny too, and I remember doing it. That was the level where I had recruited a human female warrior, and I got really excited because I was like, oh yeah, I'll make her into a, you know, whatever it was. And then it turned out that that unit is always a Galgastani anyway, and so I wasn't going to end up using her. But anyways, so I made it all the way through that level. I got to the very, very end, not using it, and of course it's a no chariot round. And I hadn't used the chariot until the very end, and I went to recruit her, and it didn't work, right? And so I accidentally charioted, and then recruited her, and then once the battle was over, I finally, you know, then I realized what I had done, and I was like, oh no. And the worst part was I never ended up using that unit anyway because he's a Galgastani, and I'm trying to not use Galgastani units. So it was pretty sad at the time, but anyways, what I did was I made a save immediately after that battle because I was like, man, there's a good chance that I'm gonna, you know, be so annoyed by this that I'm gonna redo it. And what do you know? It turns out that that's exactly what ended up happening. It was just all of the wasted time in between. But anyways, so I went back through. I basically, you know, I'm sure my item counts aren't exactly the same. I mean, there's no way that can be the case. But I did generally farm everything that I had farmed, you know, previous to that point. You know, I got the two. I did get the 2 cursed bows there again, but. And all of the spells that I, you know, had got like Springboard and Holy Shield, you know, Salamander, that sort of thing. I went back and got all of those. But yeah, pretty devastating and a pretty significant loss of time because of a honestly pretty silly error that I did. But also, I guess one thing though that actually was probably good that came out of it was that, and I had mentioned it at various times throughout Palace of the Dead, was I had wished that I recruited more of the necromancers, or at least killed them off for their staves, so that I could have made more of the like elemental staves, right? Those are the ones that allow us to use the MP charge, yeah, like Wand of Air. And one kind of, I guess, good thing to come out of all of it was that I was able to make a lot more of those wands because I either, you know, some combination of either recruiting more of the necromancers and taking their staves and then just, you know, kicking them out, or just killing them off. And so I have way more wands than I had, you know, I guess up until this point in my footage. So again, at least maybe something good came out of all of that wasted time. But sadly, also though, we're getting to that point where, well, and I suppose it's not fair. I was going to say the Sage Staff can do the MP charge as well, but it's a two-hander, and so it isn't quite, you know, as good as those wands plus like a dagger for my casters. So because I just really like those daggers, and having the you know, the opportunity to use as finishers. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of just to get everybody up to speed as far as what happened. And you know, as usual, the lesson is to save often and save in multiple save slots. And yeah, in case something like that happens. And I was like, I had that sinking feeling, you know, in my chest when I had. The funny part was, like, I went to save and I was like, I feel like even just before I even checked the Warren report, I was like, oh man, this was potentially a really bad idea. Like, it was weird. Like, I knew that I may have messed up, and then I went and checked the Warren report, and what do you know? There's an incapacitation in there, and I was like, oh my god, no. So yeah, so that was bad, but you know, I don't know. Maybe I think I'm in probably a little bit better of a position at this point. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. All right, we'll just go there. That should do it. That golem's got lock on right now. Uh-oh, pizza's done. All right. Okay, back to it. Unfortunately, if you notice there, the that is it cannibal? Is that what these things are called again? Yeah, cannibal. That last one just dropped a card, which kind of stinks. But what do you do? There's a chance that this guy comes just flies in here and grabs this. Maybe I'll just grab this on her. Ooh, yeah, or not. Only 1 HP on that. That's pretty bad. I'll grab it on my my other guy, I guess. Oh, she's already done. Okay. Yeah, that's much better. HP 4. It's getting all creepy and a little overly friendly, I feel like, with me. Get away from me. Get away from me, you bother me. Wait, no, it's get out of here, kid. You bother me. Did this guy grab a skill card? No, he grabbed an MP card. Can't hit both units anyway, so we'll just crack him from back there. Move her down here. I've been using Ozma maybe just a little bit more often too. I don't know how many more battles she'll really make it into. It's usually the battles that have like 12 units that I throw her in. But you know, she's just really tanky. Her finishers are great. Also, that I think I've got her with Ivory Tower on as well. So yeah, just mostly because, you know, she's only level 32, and you know, we're into now, you know, enemy levels at 41, and so you know, level 32s really aren't cutting it. There's another Sage Staff though. That's good. Glad to at least see, you know, one of those. Unfortunately, yeah, the other cannibal didn't drop one, but what are you gonna do? Is that Fairy Scout Toner? I don't even know what that is. Yeah, she's not going to be doing anything. Ugh. Such weak heals. Oh, here we go. Now so now I think what happens is the Phoenix is now basically fixed on the enemy characters, and so I should be able to deal damage to it without it kind of going berserk on me. It's usually the case though that even when that happens though, if your characters are still in, you know, like an area of effect or something of that neutral like unit, which is my term for them, there's still usually a chance that it'll hit you as well. So you still really have to be careful with them, but it will mostly, you know, annihilate enemy units. So hopefully it stays that way. And at least at this point too, I can start AoEing it as well as the enemy units, so I can actually start getting some damage in on it. I also did recruit some more level 41 necromancers as well. So unfortunately, like this guy specifically, and actually it might have been my other necromancer as well, don't quite have the weapon skills that my other characters had at this point. So, you know, starting over on that kind of thing always feels a little bit bad, but it'll be worth it. Well, it might be worth it. I don't know how much one level is really going to make a difference, but I'm just trying to, you know, grab every advantage I can get. Look at that. Yeah, shit. Even the enemy units are beaten up on that now, so that's good. Not quite. Well, it's just here. Hopefully that Phoenix like explodes with loot again. That the last time that happened was kind of nuts. I've had a couple of instances now where an enemy like that's, you know, like higher level. There was a golem back a few floors that it just exploded. It had literally everything it could drop. It was 4 different items. And I mean, I saw that and I was like, oh my god, yes, that's awesome. Which is also why this battle is so good to farm. Not only are there, you know, already a bunch of units that have good stuff and at really good rates, but having one unit having the ability to drop so many different items is really good as well. It just really increases the chances that you're going to pull out, you know, some good loot. Fix you up. Really don't want this thing getting locked, so I'm going to stop it. Or just flat out kill it. That works too. Unfortunately, no drop there. Let me just see here. That potentially could have dropped. Baldur Golem had Thunderfire, but only 10% of the time. So that's not really going to happen. She does have enough MP. The worry here also is that this thing annihilates everything before I can kill it, which is kind of unlikely, but I'd rather make sure that it doesn't happen, so we'll use a concealer here. Oh, 136, that's terrible. Well, this will get it breached. Yeah, there we go. Loyalty card, land. Do it. Dragon scale. Yeah, I really need to focus on that Phoenix now. I may just leave that. I feel like I probably should leave her alone. Yeah, just blast her too. Why not? Probably won't be able to hit him. Oh, I can hit him up there. 307. That's pretty bad. Need to get him frightened as well. There we go. Get her silenced. Let's see here. Beast Slayer. Yeah, that's... I don't know if I mentioned that too. So I've been using the Slayer skills on Ozma as well. I might just wait one more turn. I don't want to use that mana on a Slayer and then not have enough to use her finisher. So let's just bring this character here. Get some mana. Here we go. The Breach and the Fear. Also, I got kind of lucky here that this guy didn't pick up any crit or like, I think, right? Yeah, it's only got an auto skill card, so let's go here. Oh, shoot. Actually, let's go right here, just in case. Beast Slayer. Oh, yeah, she's got tons of mana left. Yeah, 1360. Alright. Well, hopefully that guy doesn't try to... Well, doesn't accidentally maybe explode one of my characters. I doubt it, but... Uh-oh. Yep, he did blast one of my characters. Yeah, that's the danger. Well, this turn I should have him pretty well. I should probably take out that warrior. Well, which one, I guess, right? Let's just see here. Yeah, can't get Yeah, this is the scary part. Actually, this might... If I can get him stopped, that would be good. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we'll pretty much have this in the bag then. Dexterity card. Alright, so we'll go here. She can probably just kill this thing with the finisher. Yeah, don't even need to use a Beast Slayer. Oh, and it drops a card. Wow, that's a slap in the face. That's yeah, that's really bad luck there. What a waste. But that's all right. I've really farmed everything out of here that I really felt like I needed anyway. But that's sad. That was, you know, 4 drops. Wow, look at all these cards. That's yeah, that sucks. Bad luck. Well, I guess I might as well grab some of these cards before I end this. Let's block cards. I don't care about that. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab this. I don't really get this character. I'm actually, you know what? I'll give that to somebody else. We'll give it to like what's her name? Ravenous. Oh, she can't get to it. Awesome stuff. Yeah, wow, what a... Honestly, a lot of loot just completely wasted. Oh, wow, yeah, this was the card round, I guess. Jeez. I think I got just the one staff. Was that it? That's kind of wild, honestly. Just a lot of opportunities for loot in the way that I set this up, and just didn't work out that way. All right, let's see Ozma. What's Ozma getting here? Avoidance, I guess. What's this one down here? Dexterity. I'll grab that on this character. My Lamia project has been really successful so far, I think. I don't know, I really like that setup. That's the one that I went, it was a Juggernaut, or I recruited it as a Juggernaut, and then changed it to Witch for the Dark Element, and then over to Matriarch. And yeah, I've been pretty happy with how that's turned out. I guess this is the problem with so many range characters, right? Let's grab this card here. Oh, she didn't kill herself. Ooh, almost. Wow. Oh, looks like Ravenous may end up getting that last card too. Holy crap. Yeah, because I'm not going to grab it on any of these generics. Jesus. Hurry up. Hurry up already. Yep, she's gonna end up getting it. Alright. There we go. Now let's end this. Alright, hopefully she drops something. Please drop something. And not just a card. There it is. Alright, well, something. We'll see. I mean, I don't know if it'll be anything good. It might be just junk gear. But yeah, just junk gear. It is. Okay. That's a shame. But alright, we did it. That was level 53. So that's going to be it for this one. As always, hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.